Hello there and welcome to our Christmas zone here in the Echelon Square. You're joining me, David Paldano. Now before we head into your stories in more detail, let's first take a look at your headlines for the day.
Prison officials opened fire at an inmate who tried to flee in Homagama. A woman killed using a sharp object at the Kegol court premises. Pujijaya Sundara and Hemasiri Fernando further remanded. The preparations of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party for the upcoming election.
Sri Lanka Nidahas Pojjana Sandhane කියලා පුටුව ලකුණු තරඟෙන් ඉදිරිපත් වෙන්නේ.
Heavy showers predicted over several areas in the island.
Now taking a look at some local news now, another phase of the program carried out by the Sri Lanka Army to provide houses to low-income families was carried out in Jaffna today.
Under this program that commenced in the post-conflict stages for the development of the northern province, 698 houses have been constructed. Two more houses have been constructed under this program and were vested with the people under the auspices of Commander of Jaffna, Major General Ruwan Wanigasuriya. The houses have been constructed in Kalladi and Poololi. The labour required for the construction activities has been provided by the Army. The funds required for the project have been provided by donors.
Now taking a look at one of your headline-making stories now, IGP Pujijaya Sundara, who is sent on compulsory leave, and former Secretary of Defence Hemasiri Fernando, who were under arrest for failing to prevent the April 21st attacks, were further remanded until the 23rd of December. The duo were further remanded by Colombo Additional Magistrate Priyantha Liyanage.
The Secretary of the Presidential Commission appointed to look into the April 21st attacks, HMPB Herat, said investigations into these attacks are currently underway and a team of 40 police officers have been deployed for this purpose. The Secretary said Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, and two Deputy Inspector Generals had also provided evidence. Secretary of the Commission said the interim report of the Presidential Commission appointed to look into the April 21st attacks will be handed over to the President on Thursday. Meanwhile, police said 47 suspects arrested in connection with the April 21st attacks have been detained further. Police also said thus far 27 arrested suspects have been remanded, and of the 27 suspects, 2 of them are female.
Police had opened fire at a suspect who attempted to escape prison at the Homagama Court complex.
Commissioner General of Prisons TMJW Thenekon said the suspect had tried to escape from the prison bus and the officers at the court complex. Thereafter, the police had chased the suspect and shot his leg. The suspect, who sustained injuries, was admitted to the Homagama Base Hospital. Commissioner General of Prisons said the suspect was a prisoner at the Valikata prison and was sentenced to lifetime prison due to the conviction of drug offences. The suspect, who was brought to the court complex, was due to be produced for a case linked to theft.
Meanwhile, a woman who had been stabbed to death with a sharp weapon at the Kegol court complex this morning. Police said she was due to appear before a legal case. Police have arrested the suspect involved in the murder. The victim has been identified as a resident of Rambukana. Now taking a look at more local stories now, the Presidential Commission appointed to look into the April 21st attack said evidence with regard to an explosion that took place at the church in Batiklor and Saidamarua in Ampara was called for immediately. Now taking a look at even more local news now, police has arrested a suspect from Jampeta Street, Colombo for the possession of over 1 kilogram of heroin.
Police said the arrest was made by an official attached to the Colombo North Police Division based on a tip-off received. The suspect has been arrested while transporting a stock of heroin. The suspect had been produced to court yesterday and a detention order has been obtained while further investigations are underway.
An executive art exhibition showcasing the work of 6 Bangladeshi artists and 5 Sri Lankan artists was held in Colombo last evening. The event was held under the auspices of the Governor of the Western Province, Dr. Sita Arambepola, and Bangladesh High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, His Excellency Riaz Hamidullah. Many local and international guests attended the event. Now taking a look at some weather news now, the Met Department states that showery conditions over the island, particularly in the north, eastern and Uva provinces, is expected to enhance by some extent today.
Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the northern, north central, eastern, central and Uva provinces, and in the Hambantota district. Several spells of showers will occur in the northwestern province. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls of about 75 to 100 millimeters are likely at some places in the eastern and Uva provinces and in the Polonnaruwa and Mullaitivu districts. Fairly heavy falls of about 75 millimeters are likely at some places in the Sabragamua and western provinces and in the Nuwara and Galle districts. Wind speeds can increase up to 40 kilometers per hour at times in the northwestern, central and Uva provinces and in the Hambantota district. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the western and Sabragamua provinces during the morning.
Now in some tragic news, now one person died in an accident that took place in the Naga Villuva Karita Kartiya along the Putlam Anuradhapura road in the area.
The accident occurred when a fuel-filled Bowser travelling from Halavata to Puthalam collided with a motor vehicle. Police stated that the reason for the accident had been that the driver had fallen asleep while driving. Including the driver, 4 others have sustained injuries. The group who met with the accident were returning from a religious pilgrimage from Anuradhapura.
Is a wrap of lunchtime news here on TV1. Now, Echelon here has kicked off where you and your family can come join us here. Now, bringing you the latest for the Newsfirst team, my name is Devi Paldano. Take care.